Hi everybody, good morning. This is Jean, True Love Quilts for You. It's a blustery, windy day here. We just heard a bang. We went outside, we thought something crashed on the porch, but here it was a branch from our tree onto our porch roof. It's really windy. We're supposed to be getting some snow, which is okay. We haven't had one drop of snow all year. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. I'm just taking a pause from my carpenter star tutorial.
Hi viewers!
Maxwell said hi viewers. Come say hello. I'm having a video scheduled for the next couple days for the next part of my quilt together, and then I will be finishing it with my borders and my backing and quilting it and everything. So I'll take you along for that ride. But right now I just wanted to take a few moments and thank you folks for sending in your projects. I've always said please share us. Sharing is caring. I love that. Sending the projects you've made from my tutorials. I think that's awesome. And I have two actually. One, it's funny because in 2018, my friend Jen, if you've been around here forever, know that my friend Jen, who I had gifted many quilts to, she had come to me and asked me to make, instead of me giving her quilts, if I could teach her how to quilt, which I did along with quite a few of others in my 2018 block party. I showed the very beginners how to make a sampler quilt with 12-inch blocks, simple blocks, as we went along a little bit harder, how to cut, how to piece, how to iron, how to put together from the very beginning, choosing fabrics, to the very end of a sampler quilt with 20 blocks. 4 blocks across and 5 blocks down. Jen made hers, I made mine, and interesting, years later, Sondra, it's so wonderful. Sondra Brown, who's a very, very, very good YouTube friend across the country, she says, "Hi Jean," she sent me this email and photographs, which I will be putting up after. "Hi Jean, I finally finished my quilt from your 2018 block party. I pieced most of this in the late 2019, but I got interrupted by making masks in early 2020. Know about that. I'm so pleased with how it turned out. I was afraid to put it together because some of my earlier blocks weren't quite the right size, but it turned out fine. I used mostly Walmart fabrics because I wasn't sure if it would work out or not." Now I'm going to just stop there. I had told my friend Jen when she began, she did not spend a tremendous amount on fabrics because fabrics are hideously expensive right now, and if you're going to be a beginner and if you are maybe prone to being messed up, Walmart fabrics are wonderful, or any less expensive. Now there's two trains of thought here. Well, if you're going to put all that energy and effort, you might as well use the best materials you can. But I think, well, if you're a beginner and you may not even enjoy the whole process, well then why not choose in less expensive fabrics? And let me tell you, I have made many a quilt with Walmart fabrics. They're not 100% the finest quilting, cotton, weave, blah, 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 but they're really lovely fabrics, and for the price, almost half the price at, if you have a Walmart or if any like a hobby store around, go for it. That's awesome. Jen's quilt was her first quilt. It's her favorite. It will be an heirloom, and it's made with Walmart fabrics. The same here with Sondra. My only attempt at quilting prior to this was in 1989 when I was pregnant with our first. It was a baby quilt in a craft magazine that was made with tiny half-square triangles made from templates. Remember that? Cut out of cereal boxes. I got so frustrated I threw it away and knitted a baby blanket instead. Quilting has come so far. Even when I started almost 20 years ago, something like that, 20 years ago, you used to have to cut out things. Rotary cutters were almost not even heard of. It was rulers and templates and shapes and all sorts of things. Quilting has become so much easier with handy dandy rulers and all sorts of tricks of the trade. But it was frustrating back then. When I came across your channel, I was inspired to give it a try. You're such a good teacher, Jean. Your slow, precise instructions, step by step, and reassurance that if it's not perfect, it'll still be okay, helped me get over my mental block with quilting. I've made a few other quilts before. I went back and finished this. So I got brave and did the binding, 2 1/4 like you do, and I like it much better. I do my bindings at 2 1/4. A lot of people do 2 1/2. I prefer 2 1/4. I did the diagonal quilting just like you and Jen did, and I only got a few tucks. Again, I take you step by step how to do very simple quilting. And if you want to see my instructions for that, that's on my playlist, my 2018, my very first easy sampler quilt playlist. Thank you so much for your hard work making videos. I appreciate more than you'll ever know. Much love. Sondra Brown, thank you so much, Sondra. I love your Walmart fabrics. It reminds me of Jen's, actually. Hers was a yellow and blue colorways, but yours is very similar. Awesome. Fantastic job. And thank you so much for sending the pictures. My YouTube friends will love it. So here is Sondra's quilt. So coming more to the present day, rather than 2018, this is Sondra again. She says, hi again, here's on my kaleidoscope quilt. It measures 65 by 79. Isn't that wonderful? That is one of my previous videos that I did. Again, I have a playlist on how I made my kaleidoscope quilt. I got the panels from eQuilter. They were on clearance. Awesome, awesome. So I don't think they have them anymore. I had a lot of fun making these hexagons and couldn't resist making some little ones to break up the lines around the center panel. Awesome. I free motion quilted it on my Juki TL 2010Q, which I really love. Juki's the best. This was my third completed quilt. I used 2.5 inch binding. I really wish I'd used 2 1/4 inch, but will not from now on. I used a stencil and chalk pouncer to do the butterfly border. This was a fun one, Jean, thank you so much for your tutorials on it. I love, well, when I was really making a little bit more complicated quilts with my free motion quilting, I advocate the chalk with a pounce pad and a stencil to mark a stencil pretty butterfly like Sondra did, or flowers or wreaths or whatever on your quilt. Especially, it works beautifully on dark fabric. On light fabric, it's a little bit tricky, but as you can see on Sondra's, her butterflies came out perfect. Now that's a free motion quilting, which obviously Sondra has perfected. I always say, even a beginner, try to learn free motion quilting. It will free you as far as your quilting designs go across the top of your quilt. So I just wanted to share that with you. Here is Sondra's beautiful kaleidoscope quilt. Just glorious, Sondra. Thank you so very much for sending both of them in. I love it. Seeing the 2018 just brought back fond memories from teaching Jen and be sort of not beginning my channel, but beginning really to teach people how to sew. I've learned so much along the way, and it's just so wonderful to share. So thank you so very much. Anybody else, send your projects in that you've made from my tutorials to TrueloveQuiltsForyou@gmail.com. And yeah, to come is I'm going to be not finishing up, but like halfway through my carpenter star. It's turning out really pretty. And I will be putting the next bit up in a day or so. All right, everybody. Have a lovely day. Love from the True Loves. Bye-bye.